This is the Hampton B. Allen Library. Diane Welch, Caroline Hightower behind the camera, and we are just so fortunate today to have Amiee Colf with us. She met us out here, and we're going to do like a condensed nature walk.
Right.
And Amiee is the extension officer for the she in forestry and horticulture. So she graciously accepted our invitation to do this today. So Amiee, what do we need to look at? And this is our summer adult programming is getting out in nature. Families enjoying walking trails or just different activities. And so Amie's going to sort of lead us on a walking adventure today and discuss some different trees and things and their nature.
Right, yeah, just different fun activities that families can do while they're out at a place like this. Like today, this morning, we are here at Anson County Parks and Rec in Wadesboro, and they've got a lot of walking trails out here that families can enjoy, you know, after some sporting events that the kids have participated in. And we're going to look at a couple of trees that youth might enjoy looking at, just to kind of spark their interest in nature and ecology, and exercise their powers of observation while they're out in walking trails, and help to learn some new tree species. It can be a lot of fun. So we'll look at 3 different trees today, and look at some signs for animal signs on trees as well.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So the first tree I thought we could look at is this winged elm. So let's see if we can find a good sample of it here. But so winged elm is a native tree here in the southeastern U.S. And you can notice here, I don't know if you can see, but it's got some quirky ridges here on the twigs, and that is pretty unusual. And just like with other types of elms, their leaves are pretty easy to tell too, because all elms have an uneven leaf base, and so they're, you know, you can't fold them in half and have them be even looking. They're all a little bit uneven, and they all kind of have toothed edges on the side of the leaf. But yeah, winged elm, that's something that not many other plant species have wings like that on either side of the branch.
All right.
So kids could probably have fun looking for that guy. So winged elm is useful for making hockey sticks, and it's useful for furniture. One of the reasons that I got really interested in dendrology, which is the study of trees, is you know, my parents enjoyed going for hikes and going on trails too. And one of my fondest memories was walking with my grandfather. He was a forester in California, and enjoyed walking with him because he seemed to know every plant that was around us when we were going on walks, and that just really sparked an interest and started a passion for me in tree identification. And it turned out to be a lot of fun, because that's something that I could do while I was out enjoying a walk, just looking around me, and I could be entertained by just trying to identify different trees. So that's something that I'm also working with my kids on, because I like going for walks too, and they're like, oh look, you know, they'll start pointing out tree species, and I'm just so proud.
I know you are.
But,
I think that's
but let's go look at another tree.
Okay.
It's a little bit down the way here. We'll look at sweet gum next.
Yeah, we're very blessed to have these areas that people can get out and enjoy.
Okay, so this is, we've got a small sweet gum tree sapling. Sweet gum is fun for kids for a lot of different reasons. Well, first and foremost, it's got these star-shaped leaves. That is fun for kids, and it's easy to identify by that leaf shape. And the other thing is, Diane, do you know this tree? Have you seen this? Well, here, let me take a leaf for you and kind of crush it in your hands and smell it. Tell me what it smells like.
It's minty.
Yeah, it's kind of like got a fruity smell to the leaves, and so yeah, that's kind of fun too. So you know, kids can do crafts with that star-shaped leaf, and it's fun to just smell because it's got a really, I don't know, refreshing, I don't know, nice, pleasant smell to it.
Yes.
And you know, kids can paint these and turn them into little Christmas ornaments and other things like that. But yeah, they're a little unusual looking in itself, but they'd be fun to incorporate into a craft as well.
Right. Henry's
This tree over here beside us is a black willow. Now it looks a little bit like the traditional weeping willow that we are familiar with, but it's not quite as flowy as ones that we're used to, because black willow has kind of more of an upright growth, but it's, you know, still has the willow leaves that are very long and narrow. But the interesting thing about willow is that they found, you know, several hundred years ago that the bark of willow contains salicylic acid, which is an ingredient in aspirin. Oh. So they found that, you know, you could chew the bark of willow and it would have effects of, you know, like reduce fevers and a little bit of pain relief, and used for like toothaches and things like that, but it also tended to cause stomach aches. So these days they do a synthetic form of salicylic acid to make aspirin out of. Okay. But yeah, so an interesting little fun fact about the medicinal use of willow. So it kind of has this scrubby growth. That's just how it grows. It kind of has a lot of multiple stems down here at the base, and grows to maybe 40 feet in height. It grows fast. They like to be near water, and we've got a pond here that's been drained. But willows are really good around wet areas because they help hold the soil in place. They've got a really fibrous root system that helps to hold the soil. And so, like flooded areas, these are nice trees to have to prevent erosion.
Well, that's useful information.
Yeah. Okay, one more tree. Let's go over here. Okay. So this last tree we're going to look at is yellow poplar. The yellow poplar is an important hardwood species in the U.S. And the yellow poplars are they say that these leaves look kind of like the silhouette of a tulip, but for kids we can say it looks like a cat's face. So let me pluck one of these leaves off of it, and I would tell my kids, yeah, it looks a little bit like a cat's head. They're like, I don't see it, Mom. Like, well, let me show you.
Okay.
So we've got our leaf here, right? So we can put some ears here.
All right. I see it coming into shape.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know how good my little cat's gonna be, but we'll do our best.
I think you're doing great.
Okay. They're like, yeah, I see it now. So that's a fun way to help kids remember. You know, if they're not sure what a tulip looks like, they know what a cat looks like, and they'll be like, it's the cat tree, and like, okay, right, it's a tulip poplar, but awesome. But that's just another cute little craft that kids can do with this type of tree. So we've got the stars with sweet gum. We've got the little artwork we can do with tulip poplar, and then the other thing I wanted to show you is look at these little holes that we've got on the trunk of this tree. What is that?
So what are they?
Yeah, so those are little horizontal pecking marks of a yellow-bellied sapsucker. It's a type of woodpecker. Wow. So just like a lot of other woodpeckers, yellow-bellied sapsuckers. They're kind of black, white, and red, and they've got like a yellow breast out front, and they like to eat insects like other woodpeckers, but they also, like the name implies, they like to sip on the sap of different tree species. So if you see these little horizontal lines, that's always going to be the yellow-bellied sapsucker. There's a nice defined one right there.
Well, does that harm the tree?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay.
They like a lot of different tree species, particularly pecans. So a lot of pecan trees have signs of that as well. But yeah, it doesn't hurt the tree. The woodpeckers may come visit this tree year after year. It doesn't hurt the tree at all.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's just another interesting sign to see.
Been a lot of visits there.
So yeah, when you know what to look for, you end up noticing a lot of different things out on your walk.
Yes.
So so families can try that out and maybe look for these 3 trees and signs for yellow-bellied sapsucker and enjoy the day out with the kids.
And other unusual things and look those up as well.
Sure.
You know, so
Yeah,
it's an adventure in learning.
Right, and it doesn't have to
sure.
be trees. I happen to like trees a lot, but you can do the same thing with insects, flowering plants, birds. We hear bird song out here.
Yes.
So some people like to identify birds.
Yes.
So a lot of different options to get out there, enjoy the weather, learn a little bit more about nature and ecology, and enjoy the summer.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amy.
Oh, yeah, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a very informative program. We appreciate it. Thank you for doing that, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Here we are, Hampton D. Allen Library, Diane Welch, Caroline Hightower behind the camera there, and we're out here at Anson Parks and Rec, and we are here with the Assistant Director, Rabon Bowers, this morning, and she's going to discuss some of the things that are available for kids during the summer months. So, Rabon, the pool looks great.
Yes. So this summer we have swim lessons in the mornings. They'll be starting June 17th, and they'll go all the way until the beginning of August. And you can go on our website, anson.recdex.com, to sign up. And we have the pool open to the public. They can come out and just sign up, or they can come out and they'll pay a fee to get in. It's $1 for children and $3 for adults. And then we have a summer nature camp that's going to be going on, and it's going to be in July. We have 2 different weeks in July that we'll be doing it. And you can find that on our website as well.
Wonderful. That is wonderful. And do you have a lot of people who take advantage of this and who come to the pool?
Yes, we do. We have a large crowd that comes through this summer.
Wonderful. That's great. And you said the information on the camp is on the website.
Yes.
So that is great. If you just get out with us. Thank you for sharing with us. You're welcome.
So this year is actually our biggest year of soccer. We have 180 kids signed up to play. We have 4 different age groups. We have a micro soccer, that's 3 to 5 years old, and then we have our 8U soccer group, and that's 5 years old to 8 years old. And then we have a 12U age group, and that's 9 years old to 12 years old. And then we have a 15U, and that's 13 years old to 15 years old. So we have a lot of kids signed up this time.
That's great. That is great. And the fields really nice too.
Yeah.
Okay.
The soccer season, we have a spring season and a fall season. So the spring season, it usually starts about We start practicing about April, and it'll go until about May or the beginning of June, the games will. And then our fall season, it usually starts about September, and it'll go until about October or the beginning of November.
Okay. And when do people have to start thinking about signing up?
We usually start signing up about 2 months in advance. So we'll start signing up. I had soccer sign-ups this spring. They were open at the end of February, and they were open all throughout the beginning of April, I believe it was.
So now, Rabon, do you all still go to the schools and right before the season, do you
We try to get to
sign
the
up?
schools,
Okay,
yes.
and
Well,
try
we
to sign
pass
up.
out flyers for the parents to sign up
Right.
online.
Right. Yeah, and that information is on your website too. Well, I think it's wonderful that this is going to be a big deal. That's great. We're going to move on over to the tennis courts and to the outside. Rabon is going to share with us a little bit about the tennis courts, and I was really interested in the outside pickleball court. So this serves as both. So Rabon, you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, this is our outdoor tennis court and pickleball court. The tennis court is the one with the large net, and then our pickleball court is the one with the smaller net. We also have indoor pickleball if you would be interested in doing that, and you can go on our website to find the information about those days. We have them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and anybody can come out any age. We're also thinking about having an open gym at Wadesboro Elementary Gym where any kids can come for free and they can come and play different sports. We'll have basketball and pickleball and anything available for
And
them
that's
to play.
going to be during the summer. That's for the summer months.
Yes, ma'am. for the
And
summer months.
the times on that.
We haven't decided quite on the times,
Okay.
but we're thinking about sometime in the afternoon, like about from 6 to 8
Okay.
at night.
Okay. And you'll have people there to supervise and
Yes.
help with whatever sport they're interested in.
Yes.
Well, I think that's great. Is this the first time that Parks and Rec has offered that, or is that
Yes, this is
something?
the first time. We're just going to try something new to see how it works out.
Okay. Well, I think that's wonderful.
So are these open to the public at like most any time, or?
Yes, they're open to the public anytime. Our park is open 24/7. We're open holidays, so you can come out any time of the day. It's open from 8:30 at night, or 8:30 in the morning to 8 o'clock at night during the summer. And then when the time changes back, we'll close at 5 o'clock.
Okay. Come with their own equipment and they can use the space.
They can. We have
And
a
they
couple
don't
people
have
that come
to-
and play with their own
Okay.
equipment.
And they don't have to ask in advance
No.
for permission. No.
They can just come out anytime.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's really good to know. This is a wonderful facility. We're blessed in Anson County to have these places for people to come and enjoy the outdoors and
Yes.
sports. Everything's right here. Here at Parks and Rec, and we're just discovering about the hiking trails, which is absolutely wonderful. And Rabon is going to share a little bit of information about them. This one right here, Little Park Loop, is 1.7. But Rabon, just talk a little bit about because there's several out here, aren't they?
Yes. So this right here is our red trail, and as you can see, we'll have red markers on the trees, and as you can just follow the path along, and you'll see the red markers all throughout the trail.
Okay.
And then you'll run into our other trails as well. We also have a blue trail and a white trail. And so if you decide you want to get on the blue trail or the white trail, they run into each other, so you can
Alright,
start
so
following
this is-
those markers instead.
This is the entrance to all, but
Yes.
but that's hey, isn't that great?
And then we also have a perimeter trail as well, and it's a mile long. And it'll loop around the whole park. It goes around the outside of all the fields, and it'll come back around, and it goes back to the office.
Okay. Well, that is just wonderful to know, and for all of those people that enjoy hiking, it's right here and available for you.
And we use this hiking trail for our nature camp too.
Okay.
We'll take the children walking on one of our trails each day that we have at the camp.
Now, the nature camp, is that the one that's associated with Caraway Foundation?
Yes, it is.
Okay. 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 Well, that's great to know. I can see families enjoying this because it's shaded and so nice, and then you have other trails that are there and available and
Yes.
different lengths. So that's great.
So are you allowed to bring dogs?
You can, yes. You can bring dogs. People bring their dogs whenever they're watching their children play soccer, or we've seen people use their dogs or the trails for walking their dogs too.
And I'm assuming they just have to stay leashed at all
Yes.
times.
Yes. $1 to rent it, and you just let us know which day you want to rent it.
Okay.
Most people rent on the weekends, but if you want to, you don't have to rent it. You could just come out and just come out anytime.
And use it.
And use
Okay.
it.
Okay.
You can
Well,
use it
I
for
guess
lunch or birthday
I guess the
parties or-
advantage to renting is that you would know, then you know that it's available for you.
Yes.
And I think in the past we've even had maybe a church service out here, so
Okay.
and use the shelter. So that was really nice. Okay. And how much of it is developed and how much is undeveloped?
There's about 30 acres developed,
Okay.
and then that leaves us about 120 acres undeveloped.
Is that not a wonderful problem to have?
Oh yes. So at some time we would like to add to it.
Right, right. Well, I think that you've made really good use of what you have here. It's wonderful. And I was interested in the pickleball, but Rabon showed us the courts over there that are also for tennis as well as the pickleball.
Yes.
And then
We don't have a large enough group of people playing tennis
Okay.
and a large enough group of people playing pickleball to
Right.
have exclusive courts. So
But-
we have multi-use courts over there, and then our basketball court on the hill has both pickleball and basketball.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. And then you have indoor pickleball.
Indoor pickleball on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Wadesboro Elementary School from 6 to 8, and then open gym basketball for the kids grades K through 12 on Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 8. So Monday through Thursdays are our big times.
Oh yes. Well, so now is the pickleball? You all have already an
We have
established group.
an
that is
established group
playing.
of about 25 people.
Okay.
But the limit for the gym is 50 people. So as many as we can get.
Okay. Well, that
So
sounds
we're
good.
trying to allow the advanced players to play on Tuesdays and the beginners play on Thursdays. But they can intermix. The beginner players can play with the advanced can play with the beginners.
Well, that's great.
And I'm sure Rabon has also explained our other programs we have.
Yes, she has.
We have the pool, we have swim lessons, we have our 2 summer camps in July. We're getting ready to help the high school with their football camp. I think it's on June 20th or 21st. So we got a lot going on this summer.
Absolutely. It sounds great. Well, thank you, Wendell Small, the Executive Director of Anson County Parks and Rec.
Thank
We've
you.
enjoyed being out here
Of
today.
course.
Caroline and I have enjoyed it, and we've enjoyed Rabon. She's shared a lot of wonderful information with us, so it's a good day.
It's a good day.
And it's great for Anson County that we
Great
have
for
this
Anson County,
facility
yes.
here. Absolutely.